In my analog bag this month, March edition. Let's get into it. First of all, how are we in March already? This is the third installment of what's in my analog bag. I'm bringing you with me monthly. If you don't know what an analog bag is, you're off the internet, so good job. I feel like it's all over my For You page everywhere. I feel like it really is the year of analog. For me, it's more the life of analog. I do not ever want to be so consumed by the internet again as I have been for the last 5 years of my life. So it's an ever-present journey to staying off the internet more. I have been like so kind of convicted, I guess you would say, about even starting to leave my phone at home sometimes when I go places. It is really hard. Like, I often use Apple Pay, that kind of thing. So I have to dig into how I'm going to do that, and also safety, but I think it's going to be something I do eventually. Also, crazy windy here today, like insanely windy. I also realized my husband is working on our house every single time I do one of these videos, and it's always loud. So let's hope he keeps being quiet, and let's get into my analog bag. First of all, it's a little emptier than usual. There's a lot in my basket by my bed. Like I talked last month, I do keep a lot more by my bed now because I've learned I use a lot of stuff there, and then this is kind of just the things I want to actively pick up. So my project for this month, and continuing on actually because I did not get it done, is this floral mesh top. This is one panel of it. I have to do the back or the front panel. This is one of them, and then the sleeves yet, but I ran out of yarn, so I have to order that. But the flowers turned out, this is very cute, very fun. I'm hoping it's not too big. It feels really like wide, but 3 flowers felt like it would be too small. This is from a YouTube tutorial. Obviously, I'll keep you updated on progress. I want it for summer, so I'm not in a huge rush, so I am like doing other projects. I'm also seeing the fuzzies floating around. Next thing I'm keeping in my analog bag is my journal. And this is my catch-all journal. It's random thoughts, it's Bible notes, it's everything. And recently it's been coloring with my daughter. I am no artist, as you can tell, but I've had fun. She has these little beeswax crayons, and they're just easy to like do a little drawing with. So when she's coloring, if I want to be coloring too, but not coloring, you know, Paw Patrol, then I've just been doing it in this. So there's that, nothing crazy. But this is my catch-all. I also write things down. I don't want to have to pick up my phone and write it in my notes, so I throw it in here. I'm loving it. It's got lists of like my goals or things I want to work on for the year. It's got everything. It's an everything catch-all journal. All right, on to the embroidery project for the months. I have shown you guys, of course, January before. February was a cowboy boot with some flowers coming out of it. Very cute design. I printed it off of Pinterest. I did not purchase it. I just printed one off of Pinterest. But the boot did not turn out as good as I wanted because my transfer, it smudged. March is a really fun little project. I know it's wintry. I went from flowers back to winter. I was just like, I should have a winter piece on here. And then I found something really cute. It is hard to see the vision right now. Wait, are these guys upside down? Did I print that wrong? Okay, no, I didn't. I had to double check. If you can't tell, it's snowy slopes with snowboarders going down them. Very fun. I'm gonna put the design over here so you can see what it'll look like when it's done. I'm not following her color pattern or anything. I did pay like $2 for this design. To me, it was really cute. It was worth $2. I have it. It gave it to me in like 6 different sizes or something, and I could totally see myself embroidering this in and framing it and putting it up as wall art for the winter. So I just thought it was really fun. It was something totally different. I've never seen embroidery with like snowboarders. I'm kind of obsessed. So this is my really fun project. I'm actually like well over half done. It's not gonna take me long. Also, I do wanna show you pretty up close. See all this fun texture? It has arrows pointing on which way to stitch to give this fun texture, and I'm really obsessed with that. So this was February, not as great as I hoped, but cute. March, we're going back to winter, and I have some really fun ideas for April. I think I know what I'm gonna do for April, so I'm really excited. I just felt like I should put something other than flowers on this bag, but I'm also trying to just let myself be creative with the bag and do what I wanna do. I'm not gonna make myself do a design I don't enjoy. This is a project I started, and honestly, this is all I've done, and I might rip it out because I'm not sure I'm not sure that it's right. I purchased this pattern on Etsy for a really easy raglan top-down crochet sweater for my daughter because I've been dying to make her a little sweater, and you know, a kid sweater will work up way quicker. This is supposed to be the neckband, but it seems really huge for a baby, for a child my child's size. I just realized the stitch markers fell out for the increases. The gal has the written pattern and a tutorial video, which is why I bought it, but her tutorial video doesn't have her talking through it. She'll just have some text. She doesn't really show what she's doing right. I'm not gonna say her name and out her, but I'm like so unimpressed with what I paid for the pattern and then this. And I've been all over YouTube trying to find a tutorial, but often they're in like 0 to 3 month size. Anyway, it's been a little difficult, but I think I am gonna use this yarn. It's a mix of rayon and cotton. I think it was rayon or viscose. Viscose and cotton, so like a bamboo cotton, and it feels really nice, and this feels really nice for a sweater, but it's much harder to work with. It's kind of slippery, it's stretchy. Anyway, so I'm getting my practice in on this. It's definitely something, and I'm kind of thinking I'm just gonna cut my losses, chop the yarn, and find a different tutorial because I don't want to like blunder my way through a sweater. Personally, I don't want to do wasted time on a project. I don't want like 5 whips, like work in progress pieces laying around. I'm already annoyed that I have to wait on yarn for this to get here. So I'm a little bummed, but I am thinking to start a sweater for my daughter this month. I would like to have the 2 projects going on at the same time to where when I'm waiting for yarn, I can work on one. You get the vibe. I don't have a physical book this month. I wanted to keep going with my Kristen Hannah thing and then have something like light and funny, but I did not want to go spend the money on a book this month because we're just moving and I've spent so much money, don't even ask, on things like decor and home things. So I skipped going and buying a new book, and I have Kindle because my husband has Amazon Prime. So I was like, I'll just log into Kindle and do some books. Now I haven't been reading them as such. Audiobooks, are we considering audiobooks reading? Okay, because to me, audiobooks are not reading. But I also understand that they're kind of reading. This is tough for me, okay? And then I also am like, is it actually keeping me off my phone if I'm listening to the audiobook? Okay, whatever. Alice Hoffman, The Bookstore Sisters. I am almost done with it already, actually. And there's a whole series of them. They're included in a Prime Kindle membership. So I am listening to those. The first one was a very clean, first of all, I wanted to say, so far they've been very clean. And they are just more of like a sister thing than a romance thing. It's like a family story. Pretty good. I would just say light read. I wouldn't say they're like phenomenal, can't miss. They're not Kristen Hannah. No slander to this author. It's just she, you know, after Kristen Hannah, like your standards are a little higher. My goal is to have this project finished by May. I know that sounds a little crazy, but this is a really time-consuming pattern, and I also sort of have to take breaks from it because it is so repetitious that I can kind of drive myself crazy with it. And you know, it's just fun to work on another project. So I am giving myself a few months to do that instead of like, I typically push myself in a project till it's done, and I'm not doing that. I'm also gonna be finished up with this really soon because it's been really fun. It's like, is today like March 8th? I have to go look. But I've been like knocking out my embroidery for this month, and then over the summer I'm thinking to do really simple pieces. So I won't have a ton of time invested in them because we'll be outside 24/7. We'll be in the mountains. It's much easier to stay off my phone in the summer. I've now had the brick for a few months. I'm absolutely obsessed. Best purchase of my life. Go spend the money. It's worth it. I think they actually have a deal going on right now. So if you want a brick, go spend the money. I don't have a special link. I do think I have one for like 10% off, but it's just the link everybody gets. It doesn't make me money. So I think they have a better deal going on than that right now. Like I saw like free shipping. I don't know what all. But I feel like my analog bag is a little sparse this month. There's not a whole lot going on in there, and I want some more. I will tell you my very quick wish list for my analog bag. One is some little pastels. Doing coloring with my daughter's beeswax crayons made me realize I would love a little set of to-go pastels. I'm talking like a tiny little set that I can throw in my bag, preferably in a cute tin, okay? Because one thing this month is I don't want to buy something if it's not adding whimsy to my life. When Cece Campbell talked about that and it hit my brain, I was like, oh yeah, that right there. And I've been thinking about that when I make purchases. Do I love this? Does this add whimsy and happiness to my life? Or am I purchasing this because it's the thing in front of me to purchase. Like, is this piece of clothing gonna be something that makes my brain happy when I look at it? Or is it something that's like, meh? Because who needs a meh piece of clothing, right? But anyway, the pastels on my wish list. I just think it would be so fun. And maybe a little sketchbook, because honestly, this guy's getting filled up fast. And I have to say, I just found this at the thrift store and the paper is like perfect. It's a little thick, but it's not too thick. She's perfect because that's all. She's perfect. Anyway, I would love a very whimsical sketchbook journal situation because I will continue throwing everything in one. It works best for my brain. In the same vein, I would like the book The Artist Way. I may purchase it, we'll see, but I'm not an artist and I feel like it would be good for unlocking my artisty side. Last thing currently on my wish list that keeps growing all the time is a really good set of pens, because I use them a lot more and I just feel like a really nice set of pens would elevate the experience. I'm not gonna spend the money on them yet because we have pens at our house, but I think that would be fun. So, oh, also one more thing, the Camp Snap camera or any camera in that line. Obviously I have a camera, but I would like the little Camp Snap like fun vibe. I like the preset look on it. It's super cute. So something like that. Please drop your analog bag must-haves in the comments. I always want new ideas. I love something that keeps your brain busy, that makes you feel happy, a little dopamine hit that's not from social media. Drop it in the comments. Tell me what you're doing. What's keeping you excited about your analog bag? I would love to see it.